Welcome to another Telltale Books video. I'm Greg, and I'm talking about the final in the novelette category of the 2025 Hugo Award finalists. This is a novelette by Premee Mohamed titled By Salt, by Sea, by Light of Stars. It was published on June 4th, 2024, online in the Strange Horizons e-zine. And by my reckoning, which may or may not be absolutely accurate, this is number 57 of Premee Mohamed's published works. In the story, it's a fantasy story. You have a wizard hears a knock on the door and answers the door, and it's an apprentice with a letter from the Wizard University saying that the apprentice is being sent to her to be her apprentice. She didn't want any apprentices this year, so she's kind of ticked off. But the explanation as to why she didn't want apprentices this year is something she doesn't want to admit to the university, because she has lost her magic. She doesn't have any ability to do magic anymore. So she tries to teach this apprentice, but the apprentice has to do everything, and the apprentice doesn't really understand that. But I mean, how are you going to learn anything if you're not doing it? So she's kind of right. So the story has kind of a light, humorous tone. It is definitely fantasy, not science fiction, not horror, but it's not snarky fantasy. It's not snarky humorous, and it's not side-splitting, laugh out loud humorous. It's kind of just fun, humorous, light. It's a good story. It's well done and enjoyable, but it isn't anything special or powerful or that's going to really knock your socks off. And it is kind of predictable how it ends. I'm not going to spoil the ending, but it is kind of predictable how it goes. So it's, if I gave it a star rating, I'd give it 3 stars, which 3 stars isn't bad. That's a good story. It's an enjoyable story. It's just nothing memorable, nothing that I'd ever read a second time. I enjoyed reading it once. Once is all you get. I'm probably never going to read it again. But it was good. It was definitely good, which is actually better than I can say for a lot of things I've been reading lately. And a lot of things that have been nominated for awards in the past few years. This year has, the nominations for Nebula and Hugo have overall been much better than what I've seen in the recent past. But I still feel these stories aren't holding up to the kinds of things that we used to see in these awards. Still, you can do much, much, much worse than reading By Salt, by Sea, by Light of Stars. It's a fun story, and I would recommend it if you like light fantasy. And with that, I am done with the Hugo Award finalists for novelette. I will be moving on and trying to get at least a couple of the novellas done. I'm going to start with Hugo's, just because I got the list next in my notebook that I'm using these days. Used to always use my iPad for my notes. I would look it up in the video, but now I'm shooting with my iPad, so I gotta use notebooks, written notes. I'm going back old school and writing everything down, which is actually better. I can put I can put a lot more information and have it be more jumbled and muddled, and then I can pick and choose what I want to talk about in the order in which I want to talk about it. I like it this way. Maybe it's just because for so many years that's how I did everything. Didn't have computers to take notes on. Anyway, the 2025 Hugo Nebula finalist list then includes some that are also Nebula finalists also, which includes The Butcher of the Forest by Premee Mohamed. That's a finalist for both Hugo and Nebula, and I do have that. I am going to read it. I don't know if I'll be able to get it done in time to beat the awards. I think the nebulas are coming up like this next month or two. The Hugos, I think, are like September or something, so I got time on those, but I think the nebulas are coming up right away, so I probably won't get a whole lot of these done before that happens. But you got The Butcher of the Forest, The Tusk of Extinction is also a nebula nominee. The Practice, The Horizon, and the Chain by Sophia Samatar, which is also Hugo and Nebula. And then the unique Hugo nominations are The Brides of High Hill by Guy Vaux, Navigational Entanglements by Alia de Bodard, and What Feasts the Night by T. Kingfisher. And I have What Feasts the Night, and I have started reading it. I'm about 8 pages in so far, but that'll be the first one I'll be finishing. And my choice of that one is mainly the fact that we just read What Moves the Dead. So I want to read What Feasts at Night and wrap that up. I don't know if the third book in that Sworn Soldier series is supposed to come out in September. I don't know if I'm going to read it because I wasn't so impressed by What Moves the Dead. So it's going to hinge on What Feasts at Night, whether or not I keep going forward with that series. So I hope you'll come back for all that. Join me for those video reviews and everything else we do here in Telltale Books. Until then, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button.